the man that became a celebrity overnight, and I believe that he's basking in it. That doesn't mean that he hasn't been a government official for a very long time. We know that he's been there for forever, but he wasn't a household name, not by any means. Until what happened with this, whatever you want to call it, pandemic, if you will, and he shot to the top as the supreme executive of medicine, virology, immunology, all of it. He's just the person that we're supposed to listen to about everything, and I'm tired of his knothead ass. Nonetheless, he has contradicted himself. He has taken both sides of the same position, or the same thing, rather, taking different positions on the same subject. And he's perpetually kicked the can down the road, despite him being looked at as an authority figure. I have another example of this that I'm going to show you, which is Fauci, as reported, said the other day that wearing masks may eventually become seasonal. So for you guys that haven't been keeping up, maybe been sleeping under a rock, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing, let's backtrack just a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so it's all started back in March or some change, where the virus started to make its way over to America. Well, not make this way. I think the idea was that it was there before then, but as far as it being as identifiable as it was, back in March, things started to shut down. Beginning of the pandemic, this man, the man you're looking at right now, if you're watching this live or you're watching the segment after the fact, Mr. Anthony Fauci, he himself said that you shouldn't be wearing masks. That was not my opinion. He said that in the 60 Minutes. He said that it gives you guys kind of this false sense of security, and plus you're touching your face and all sorts of things, which, to be fair, made sense at the time, and it wasn't an irrational thing that he was saying. And then he just completely flipped on that. Now, again, it's hilarious because some people say, well, this science, it's not, we understand that obviously you have to leave room for, that's what science is about when it comes to the changing of opinion. But that's not how a lot of people, particularly media figures and whatnot, actually treat this. They don't treat it as if let's say new discovery of what happened with the virus happened. Therefore, they found out masks were most effective. That's not what happened here. It's just the opinion just up and changed. There wasn't even really any data that they presented that showed us. There's no testing done with random control trials. You had like testing with models and freaking mannequins and stuff, but not like that had random control trials to show the effectiveness of masks. But his opinion changed, okay, on that. His position completely flipped on that. Okay, March, April, we got that. He said that, and then all of a sudden, you need to be wearing masks. That happened just out of nowhere. Okay, cool, bet. So he told you guys to put diapers on your face, and not just particularly N95 mask or anything. No, they just said throw whatever the hell diaper on your face that you want. Throw anything on it. Just doesn't matter if it's a piece of cloth. Doesn't matter. Just throw anything's better than nothing. Doesn't matter if you wash the damn thing. Just cover your face with the diaper when you go out. And wherever you're at. So, of course, you had different states, including Texas, that had stupid mask mandate, meaning that it was basically illegal in order for you to, if you did want to go out or have your business open and not have to force patches to wear a mask. Okay, so it's like, okay, how long are we doing this? Well, we need to do that 15 days just to slow the spread. We'll shut everything down. And if you do have to go out for essentials, cover your face, blah, 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 all of that sort of stuff. 15 days to slow the spread became a couple of months. And it became that really fast. You still had lockdowns. You still had covering of your face. Post got completely moved about 100 yards the other way. Not only 100 yards the other way, it moved kind of, let's say, west a little bit. So it's not even anywhere near where it was. So now it's like, okay, well, we have to do this, save lives, all of this. Okay. Yeah, the whole idea of my mask protects you, your mask protects me. Okay, whatever. That's what they said that you need to do. No more 15 days slow to spread, which is an economic question that assumed that everybody was going to get it, or rather whoever was going to get it was going to get it anyway. The idea was to spread it out over time, right? So you didn't exhaust your hospital resources. Well, that changed up almost immediately. Not almost immediately, but you get what I'm saying. Pretty fast. That changed up, and then you wanted to prevent everybody from getting the virus altogether. So any positive case, just no matter how accurate the testing was, any positive case was bad. Like it was just, oh my God, hell on earth, apocalyptic. Okay, so you still got lockdowns, you still got the diapers on your face. Oh, we now have gotten out. This has nothing to do with flattening the curve. That's not on the table anymore. Now we need to wait for a vaccine. Okay, bet. So again, the post got moved yet again, probably about 50 yards and let's say west a little bit more. So now we have to wait for a vaccine. Okay, vaccine gets developed. All right, y'all line up. The Branch Covidians line up to go get the jab, falling over each other, taking pictures, making corny ass songs about it. Pharmaceutical companies getting laced up with billions of dollars to develop this. Okay, you got a vaccine. Can you return to normalcy? No, still can't return to normalcy. What are we looking for? Fauci gets grilled by other even congressmen such as Jim Jordan, who asked him specifically, what are we looking for? What are we looking for? People can take the mask off. You got people that are getting the jab. You got the jab. You're still wearing a diaper on your face. When can we do that? Well, we got to wait till everybody X amount. Well, he doesn't say X amount. He said we need to wait for more people to get it. How many more, Fauci? He doesn't tell you. Okay, Can gets kicked down the road yet again, and now where are we at? And I probably missed some more key events there. I just wanted to break it down for a few minutes. Now where we're at. He's talking about, okay, seasonal. So wear the mask here. Don't wear it in that season. So again, shift, post, somewhere else. Let's read it just real quick. Dr. Anthony Fauci, this coming from the New York Post, predicted Sunday that mask wearing could eventually become seasonal as protection against ailments like the flu can also be spread through air. Oh my God. He says we've had practically a non-existent flu season this year merely because people were doing the kinds of public health things that were directed predominantly against COVID-19. Okay, so that's where the flu went, guys. The flu disappeared. And they're saying that it's because of the social distancing as well as the mask and everything. That's what's stopping the flu from passing. Check this out. Ain't this something? Because if I'm not mistaken, you would say that people weren't following the rules. So they weren't wearing the mask, right? He even said that when Jim Jordan was grilling him in that instance that I was talking about. He says, well, we got instances like California, lockdown states, who have more deaths, more hospitalizations, more cases. And what his answer was is that just because the measures are there doesn't mean they're listening to it. Which one is it, Fauci? Which one is it? So we got rid of the flu basically because of the mask wearing, but yet people aren't listening, and that's why the cases are. Which one is it? It cannot be true. It is impossible for both of those statements to be true. Either people are listening or they're not. Okay? That's the only thing that can be that can be true here, according to you. I'm just using your logic. This isn't what I'm saying, and it's not even that I'm saying it's scientific. I'm just saying by their own measures. So which one is it? You mean to tell me people, because of the mask wearing and what have you, the flu is non-existent, but because of the non-mask wearing, the cases explode or don't come down when it comes to these cities and rather these states that have lockdown and mask mandates? That makes no sense, but it doesn't have to, guys. It doesn't have to. He gets to say shit like that is contradictory, and because he's being heralded as the smartest man in the world as it pertains to this, there's nobody that has just as much credentials on this subject that has said the complete opposite. Yes, there are. So it is conceivable that, and what he says, so it's conceivable as we go on a year or two or more from now that during certain seasonal periods when you have respiratory borne viruses like the flu and almost a bunch of other stuff, people might actually elect to wear a mask to diminish the likelihood that you'll spread the respiratory borne diseases. So when folks would say that this was about conditioning and getting people used to this idea so that it's just a thing, they called you conspiracy theorists. Almost sounds like that's the case. I mean, if we get, which we will, to the goals that the president has established, namely if we get to 70% vaccinated by the 4th of July, so he's finally gave a percentage, namely one single dose and even more thereafter, you may see blips, but if we handle them well, it is unlikely that you'll see the kind of surge that we saw in the late fall. And that's not even referring to what it is that we're talking about. He's just talking about surges and stuff. He's not even talking about the mass stuff. He also says that's the reason why we pleaded with people to get vaccinated, because of the larger proportion of the population that's vaccinated, the less likelihood that in a season like the coming fall or winter, you're going to see a significant surge. This man's an asshole. I'm done reading. This guy's an asshole. He's an asshole. And I think that people that have propped him up get consistently giving him a microphone to act as if we're supposed to listen to anything and everything it is that he says. They're assholes too. He should have had the plug or the microphone ripped from him a long time ago. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.